10 early signs of mental illness. Can you remember the last time you felt sad, anxious, or scared? That made you feel different and a little off. The National Alliance of Mental Illness suggests that a rough patch or an unusual feeling for a prolonged time can be a sign of something deeper. There is still stigma around mental illness in our society. The fight against mental illness would become so much easier if we understood its effect and were empathetic. Positive thinking would like to provide you with the few signs and symptoms that can help people recognize their mental health issues or help others. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. So let's start from number 1. Feeling sad for longer time. Your feelings of sadness that last for more than 2 weeks can be a sign of mental illness. Everyone experiences sadness at one point or the other. However, normal feelings of sadness get better with time. The American Psychiatric Association reported that abnormally intense sadness, lasting for 2 weeks or longer, could be a sign of depression. NIH stated that a feeling which is heavier than normal and is difficult to snap out of require immediate attention. 2. Extreme mood swings. You may experience extreme mood swings and may not able to find a reason behind it. Your mood may seem to switch quickly and randomly. According to a study by National Biotechnology and Information, a person experiences joyous emotion more frequent than the negative ones. But it is normal for someone's emotion to change daily. However, according to NAMI, dramatic mood swings that causes shift in behavior and energy can be a sign of bipolar disorder. 3. Feeling overanxious. You may feel overanxious at times and feel that you don't have control over your emotions. There might be times when you cannot shut down your mind to keep such thoughts away. According to the National Institute of Mental Health, these may be a sign of anxiety disorder. Other signs may include insomnia, irritability, unreasonable acts, and pains. If these signs exist for more than 6 months, one must see a mental health specialist. 4. Isolating yourself. Other sign may be withdrawal from social activities and isolating oneself. Taking time from others has proven to be beneficial for the physical and mental health of a person. But it is different when you start to make excuses to avoid get-togethers and social interactions often. Avoiding meeting people can be a sign of anxiety or other disorder. 5. Delusions or hallucinations. According to NAMI, schizophrenia may be the most poorly understood and stigmatized mental illness diagnosis. It affects less than 1% of the population and begins early in life, especially in males. Contrary to inaccurate generalizations, it is possible to live a good life with schizophrenia. 6. Difficulty in daily life. People who might be suffering from mental illness may have difficulty in performing their day-to-day tasks and may face problems in daily situation. The Australian Department of Health stated that a rough patch that disturbs your mental health functioning and lasts for more than 2 weeks to 2 months may be a sign of depression or anxiety. 7. Sleeping too much. The Harvard School of Medicine believes that 10 to 18% of people among the normal population face difficulty in sleeping. However, sleeping too much or too little is 2 or 3 times more common in people suffering from mental illness, like ADHD, depression, and anxiety. 8. Drugs abuse. If you might suffer from mental illness, you may experience that you have started to abuse alcohol or drugs. According to studies, 25% of the people who suffer from mental illness resort to alcohol or drugs to curb the feelings of anxiety, anger, and mania. 9. Extreme anger outburst. If you ever feel that you can't control your anger or you get angry more frequent than before, it might be a sign of mental illness. The extreme feelings of anger may be warning you about stress, anxiety, or the unresolved grief that you might be trying to avoid. Healthline reports suggest that this could be a sign of bipolar disorder, obsessive compulsive disorder, or depression. 10. Thoughts of self-harm. According to reports by the Mental Health Organization, 10 to 30% of people under the age of 30 have thoughts of self-harm or suicide. The reason may include neglected or abusive home, loss, or trauma. If you ever find yourself thinking about suicide or self-harm, reach out to a professional for help. Specialists recommend that people from depression risk group consult specialists regularly. Any illness is easier to combat if it is observed from an early stage. Have you noticed any of these signs in yourself or your loved ones? Maybe it is a time to consider going to a specialist. Do not take this condition lightly.